Ever feel like you're just drowning in customer emails and support tickets? I mean, it never ends, right?
Yeah, it can definitely feel overwhelming,
It really can.
especially for growing businesses.
Well, that's where AI is stepping in, I guess,
Yeah.
to maybe help make a difference. So forget those like generic chatbots we've all seen, the ones
I'll
that just give you those canned responses.
Right.
We're diving into the really sophisticated AI stuff now.
Yeah, the technology's come a long way.
Like, how sophisticated are we talking?
It's not just basic, like, rule-based bots anymore.
Okay.
The ones that just follow a script.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about AI powered by natural language processing.
Oh, wow.
So these bots
Yeah.
actually understand the nuances of human language.
Really?
Yeah, like context, sentiment, all of that.
So it's not just like if this then that programming anymore.
Exactly. These AI systems are constantly learning and adapting with every interaction.
So like, can you give me an example of how that actually works in a real business?
Yeah, so take Intercom, for example.
Yeah.
It's not just answering FAQs.
Oh.
It can actually resolve customer issues in real time
Wow.
by pulling information from your knowledge base
Mm-hmm.
and suggesting solutions tailored to that specific customer.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But are businesses actually seeing like tangible results with this kind of AI?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, there was this case study about a software company,
Okay.
and they implemented this hybrid model using an AI chatbot for those like initial customer interactions,
Okay.
and then seamlessly handing off those more complex issues to human agents.
Okay.
They actually saw a 20% reduction in support costs.
Really?
Yeah, and a 15% increase in customer satisfaction.
So it's not about replacing humans altogether.
No.
It's more about like making their jobs easier and more effective.
Precisely think of AI as like a powerful assistant,
Okay.
taking care of those routine tasks,
Mhm.
freeing up human agents
Yeah.
to focus on more complex interactions that really require that empathy and problem solving.
Okay. So we've seen how AI can revolutionize customer support, but what about marketing?
Mhm.
Isn't that a field where human creativity is still kind of king?
Yeah, that's a common misconception.
Okay.
While creativity is still important,
Yeah.
AI is playing an increasingly vital role in marketing, especially in areas like ad campaign optimization and personalization.
Okay, so how can AI actually help businesses improve their marketing campaigns?
So imagine you're running a social media campaign, right?
Okay.
And your AI tool discovers that video ads featuring user-generated content perform like 25% better on Thursdays.
Wow.
That's the kind of granular insight AI can unlock.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, platforms like Adzuma are constantly analyzing data,
Yeah.
A/B testing creatives, and adjusting your bids to maximize your return on investment.
So it's like having an army of data analysts working 24/7 to optimize your campaigns.
Essentially, yes.
Wow.
And it goes beyond just analyzing data.
Okay.
AI-powered tools like Smartly.io can even generate ad copy and visuals,
Really?
yeah, and tailor them to specific audiences.
Wow. That sounds incredibly efficient.
It is.
But doesn't it raise concerns about marketing messages becoming too impersonal or robotic?
That's a valid concern for sure.
Yeah.
The key is to strike the right balance.
Okay.
AI can handle the heavy lifting of data analysis and optimization,
Mm-hmm.
and that frees up human marketers
Okay.
to focus on those creative aspects and ensure the messaging aligns with the brand's voice and values.
Makes sense. So it's about leveraging AI's strengths while maintaining that human touch that's so important in marketing.
Exactly.
Speaking of staying on top of things, how does AI help manage the constant demands of social media?
Well, if you're spending hours scheduling social media posts, platforms like Buffer or Hootsuite are game-changing.
Yeah, they can be super helpful.
They can automate your content calendar,
Mm-mm.
ensure consistent posting across different platforms,
Okay.
and even suggest optimal posting times based on your audience's engagement patterns.
That's a huge time saver,
It is.
especially for small businesses that might not have a huge team. You can really focus on creating engaging content and let the AI handle the distribution.
Exactly. And when it comes to email marketing,
Okay.
AI is getting incredibly sophisticated.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, remember those generic mass emails you used to get?
Yeah.
AI-powered tools like Persado are changing the game
Okay.
by crafting personalized messages that resonate with individual recipients.
So it's not just about sending the right message, but sending it to the right person at the right time.
Exactly.
How does AI even personalize these emails?
So AI analyzes past interactions, purchase history,
Wow.
even website browsing behavior to understand individual preferences.
Okay.
And then it generates personalized subject lines, email copy, even product recommendations tailored to each recipient.
So that's pretty powerful. I mean, do we know if that actually works?
Yeah, one study showed that personalized email campaigns can increase open rates by as much as 29%
Wow.
and click-through rates by 41%.
Those are some pretty impressive numbers.
Yeah,
It seems like AI is taking email marketing from a spray and pray approach to a highly targeted and effective communication channel.
exactly.
But before we move on, let's talk about lead scoring.
Okay.
It's a crucial part of marketing, but it can be so time-consuming and complex. How is AI making this process more efficient?
Well, lead scoring is all about identifying and prioritizing those most promising leads.
Right.
And AI excels at this.
Okay.
Platforms like Salesforce Einstein or HubSpot AI analyze your leads based on various factors
Okay.
like demographics, behavior, engagement, and then assign them a score
Okay.
that indicates their likelihood of converting into paying customers.
So it's like having an AI assistant that whispers in your ear,
Well,
this lead is hot, go after it.
exactly. It allows your sales team to really focus their efforts on those most qualified leads, increasing their efficiency and maximizing their chances of closing deals.
This is all incredibly impressive, but I'm curious.
Yeah.
What about operations? You know, that often feels like the behind-the-scenes workhorse of any business.
It really is, and it's often overlooked.
Yeah.
But that's where we see some of those immediate and tangible benefits from AI.
Okay, so where is AI making the biggest difference in operations?
One area is inventory management.
Okay.
Remember that e-commerce store I mentioned earlier?
Yeah, the one with the hybrid model.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't just improve customer service.
Oh, okay.
They also implemented AI-powered inventory management.
Okay, inventory management, I feel like, is a constant struggle for so many businesses.
It is. It's a tough balancing act.
Yeah, you don't want to have too much inventory,
Right.
but you also don't want to run out of popular products.
Exactly. And that's where AI comes in.
Okay.
Tools like TradeGecko or Skubana use machine learning
Okay.
to analyze historical sales data, seasonal trends,
Okay.
and even external factors like weather patterns
Wow.
to predict future demand.
So they're not just looking at past sales, they're taking into account all these other factors.
Precisely. And that allows businesses to optimize their stock levels,
Okay.
reduce waste, and avoid those dreaded stockouts that can lead to lost sales
Right.
and frustrated customers.
Yeah, no one wants that.
In fact, that e-commerce store I mentioned saw a 30% reduction in overstock costs
Wow.
after implementing that AI solution.
That's a pretty significant improvement.
It is.
It's like having a crystal ball that predicts the future of your inventory needs.
Exactly.
And let's not forget task automation.
Yeah.
Platforms like Zapier or allow you to automate all those repetitive tasks.
It's a huge time saver.
It is. I mean, think about sending invoices, following up on leads, generating reports.
All those things that take so much time.
Yeah. So how does AI actually streamline those processes?
Let's say you get a new order in your online store, right?
Good.
Instead of manually updating your inventory, sending a confirmation email, and generating a shipping label, you can set up what they call a Zap. That does all of that for you automatically.
Wow. So you literally don't have to do anything.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
And it frees up your time to focus on more strategic tasks.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of business owners would love to get that time back.
Right.
So we've talked about inventory management and task automation. What other areas of operations are being impacted by AI?
Another big one is recruitment and onboarding.
Okay.
Imagine having to sift through hundreds of resumes to find the perfect candidate.
It's the worst.
AI-powered tools like Workable or Breezy HR can automate that process.
Really?
Yeah, they use algorithms to scan resumes
Okay.
for relevant keywords, skills, and experience.
So it's not just matching keywords, it's actually understanding the meaning behind them.
Exactly, and that allows them to identify the most qualified candidates super quickly.
Wow. So recruiters don't have to spend hours reading through resumes anymore.
Right.
That's incredible. I mean, it must also help reduce bias in the hiring process. So AI is making the hiring process more efficient and more equitable.
Exactly, and it goes beyond just finding candidates.
Okay.
AI can also automate the interview scheduling process,
Okay.
send personalized communications to candidates, and even conduct initial screening interviews using chatbots.
So it's basically streamlining the entire hiring process.
Exactly. And once you've hired the right person, AI can also help with onboarding.
Oh, wow. How does that work?
Imagine new hires getting a personalized welcome message,
Okay.
having access to all the resources they need, and being guided through the onboarding process seamlessly.
That's a much better experience than being thrown in the deep end.
Right. It's about creating a smoother transition for both the employee and the company.
This is all pretty amazing. It seems like AI is making operations more efficient,
Yeah.
more data-driven,
Mhm.
and maybe even more enjoyable.
It can definitely take a lot of the stress out of those day-to-day tasks.
But what about the human element? Is AI going to replace humans in operations?
That's a common concern.
Mm.
But the reality is AI is about augmenting human capabilities,
Okay.
not replacing them.
So it's about finding that right balance
Exactly.
between AI's efficiency and human ingenuity.
Exactly. Using the best of both worlds to create a more successful business.
Speaking of success, let's move on to another crucial aspect of any business finance. I think for a lot of us, finance can feel kind of intimidating, all those spreadsheets and
That can be
numbers.
a lot to handle.
It can, especially if you're not, a financial expert. But
Right.
we've seen how AI is transforming marketing and operations. So
Mhm.
is it also bringing its magic to finance?
It definitely is. AI is changing the way businesses manage their finances.
Okay, so how so? Like, where are we seeing the biggest impact?
Well, one area is automating those everyday accounting tasks.
Okay.
Things like expense tracking, invoicing, bank
Yeah,
reconciliation.
all the stuff that takes up so much time.
Exactly. And AI can handle a lot of that for you now.
So what are some of the tools that businesses are using for this?
Well, there's QuickBooks AI, for example.
Okay.
It can categorize your transactions, learn your spending patterns, even flag potential errors.
So it's like having a virtual bookkeeper who's always on top of things.
Exactly. It can really take the stress out of managing your finances.
That's great, especially for small business owners who are already wearing so many hats.
Exactly. It
Yes.
frees up your time to focus on growing your business.
So beyond just making things more efficient,
Hmm.
is AI also helping to make finance more secure?
Absolutely. AI is playing a crucial role in fraud detection these days.
Okay.
With all the online transactions and cyber threats, it's more important than ever to protect your business.
Right.
And AI algorithms can analyze huge amounts of data
Okay.
to identify suspicious patterns and flag potential fraud in real time.
So it's like having an AI bodyguard for your finances.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay, so we've got AI helping us with bookkeeping and security.
Yeah,
What about taxes? That's always a headache for businesses.
I know it is, but AI can help with that too. Yeah, tools like Avalara can simplify tax compliance and
Hmm.
filing.
Okay.
They can automate calculations, ensure accuracy,
Mhm.
and even help you find potential deductions you might have missed.
So AI can actually save us money on taxes.
Potentially, yes.
That's amazing. I mean, we've seen how AI is impacting so many different areas of business,
It really is.
from customer service and marketing to operations and now finance.
It's pretty incredible to see how far it's come.
It is, and it seems like AI is only going to become more powerful and more integrated into our businesses in the years to come.
I think that's definitely true. AI is no longer just a buzzword. It's a real force for change.
Yeah, and it's interesting because there's often this fear that AI is going to replace human jobs.
Right.
But what we're seeing is that it's actually more about collaboration.
Exactly. AI is augmenting human capabilities.
Right.
It's freeing us from those repetitive tasks, giving us insights we never had before,
Yeah.
and ultimately empowering us to make better decisions.
So it's not about humans versus machines. It's about humans and machines working together.
Exactly, to create a better future for everyone.
And that brings us to the most important question of all.
What's that?
How are you going to use AI to transform your business?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
We've talked about all the amazing things AI can do,
Yeah.
but it's really up to each individual business to figure out how to best leverage this technology.
So what advice would you give to business owners who are just starting to explore the world of AI?
I would say don't be afraid to experiment.
Okay.
There are so many different tools and applications out there,
Mm-hmm.
and the best way to find what works for you is to just dive in and start trying things out.
So don't wait for the perfect solution. Just start exploring and see what's possible.
Exactly. And remember that AI is constantly evolving, so what might seem impossible today could be a reality tomorrow.
That's exciting. I think there's so much potential for AI to really revolutionize the way we work and live.
I agree, and I think we're only just scratching the surface of what's possible.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your insights on AI.
It's been my pleasure.
And to all our listeners out there, we encourage you to embrace the power of AI and use it to elevate your business to new heights.
The future is yours to create.